Hello everyone, it's Yogi here and happy Sunday, and I hope you're doing really well. And yes, it's a spot of Sunday stitching, there's nothing better than that, and every day we get together and just enjoy our projects. And yes, today you may be aware, I'm still on my paper chart only challenge, okay, and today's day 7. For some reason, it feels like it's been a couple months since I've been doing paper charts. It feels like it, but I'm doing actual days. I'm not doing calendar days, no cheating. Every single session counts. Okay, so today's day 7, and I will finish the 10 days. It's a promise. Okay, with a will of steel and determination, I will do it. Okay, and each day is going to be better than the last one. So today I am going to stitch on this piece. It's been a little bit. There's so many projects that I have not seen for a little bit. And so it's like visiting an old friend. So this piece is a 14 count piece. And 14 count for me is like a little retreat session, isn't it? Particularly if you're stitching 25 counts, 28 counts, they're fun to do. But 14 count is like a little, you can take a breather. You can take a breather. So, and this piece is absolutely adorable. It's by an artist. It's totally underrated, okay? I think this artist really should be featured a lot more. The name of the artist is Chris Reed, I think, if I got it correctly. Oh dear, seriously, there's so many names. Okay, so not this one, not this one. This is the one I was working on with Member Stream. Hang on. Not the side quest, not the side quest. We're on the main quest, okay? And it's not this one. You see, so well prepared, so well prepared. So yes, this is the one. Absolutely gorgeous, and it's called Granny's Craft Room or Granny's Craft Shed. Depends on where you get this pattern. So I got this pattern from a company called Max Stitch Design. I think I found them on Amazon, because prior to Heaven and Earth, I bought all my kits either on a high street. I walk into a shop, I like it, I grab it, or I buy on Amazon. So I found this kit on Amazon along with 3 other 14 count projects that I've got at the moment, and from the same company. And I was attracted to them because it's full coverage, even though I had no idea what a full coverage project was. But I was just attracted to the artwork, just like Maggie. I just love the image and I wanted to stitch it. So I got this kit a few years back, and kind of made slow progress. I stitched the other 3 first. This one may be the 3rd or maybe the 4th, I can't remember, but I adore it. Just look at it. Look at the theme here. It's a craft room. I mean, we all love a nice craft room, and this is definitely one of the dream craft rooms that we would love to have. It's got everything going on there. I think the craft of choice is probably some sort of car making, isn't it? There's scissors, there's some rulers, and some water paint on the left here. And looks like the person's making some sort of a card for somebody. And there's a nice cup of tea there, and also a tiny little kitten. Can you see that? Just by the window. And that's the center point of the piece. And it was where I started. Okay, so let me show you what I've got here. So you can't see everything I've got at the moment, but a little bit. Can you see this little kitty here? And this piece is really special. The 14 count projects from this company, all of them come with back stitching. So it's really well charted, I have to say, but also on top of it, you're able to apply some back stitching to accentuate the outlines and definition even more. So I've done bits and pieces here, as you can see. but I'm kind of doing it as I go along. There's a little bit on the windows here as well. You can see there is some back stitching being applied, and I love back stitching. I know some of you do not enjoy it. I don't know why. I just love back stitching. And so today, you know, I will tell you a little bit more on where we're going to focus on today. Is probably already a big hint, you know, right over there. But I want to say hello to all of you and welcome to join me for a Sunday stitching. I hope you're ready with a project of your choice. And we've got Chivers here. Hello, hello. Waving with 3 hands. Very worrying. This is a very, you know, concerning trend when stitchers are waving for with more than two hands. And also Brittany's here as well. Hello, hello. And sorry, I can't highlight these comments. And Gayla, great to see you. And also Daria as well. And Handmade is back with us from Australia. Good morning indeed. And Sola is back as well. And Renee as well. And see you again. So some of you we have met earlier on during members live stream. And so nice to see you guys again. And also Suzanne as well, welcome back. And Jojo as well. And we also have, let's have a look. Is it Ace? Ace, hello. And Rajal, of course, welcome back. And Amanda as well. And who else have we got here? Busy Mom, hello. And is it Emma? Emma, hello. Great to see you. Emma is working on Summer Fairy while I watch. Yes, sounds lovely. And who else have we got? Clara, hello, hello. And Laura as well, thank God. 2 hands, this is what we want. You know, 2 are probably quite sufficient for stitching. And great to see you guys. And so, let me know what you're working on. Okay, so today I'm stitching on paper. Day 7, and this piece is a 14 count project. I'm stitching on Ada. So as I said, this kit came as a whole, so everything you're looking at here, they're from the company, from the kit. So the fabric, the thread, this is Egyptian cotton. It's getting, my organizer is getting very, very lively here. So the thread, there also came with the kit. And so this chart originally came, it's paper chart actually. So this is perfect for the paper chart challenge. And it's not overly confetti. It's got about maybe just under 60 colors. There's some blend colors because I'm stitching 14 counts on 2 strands, and there are a few colors, probably about 4 or 5. They're blended, so 2 colors together. Otherwise, straightforward 2 strand full cross stitching. And you know, only 60 colors. It's all relative. Only 60 colors. And so hopefully it's kind of, you know, relatively nice and easy to stitch. Comparing to yesterday, if you're here yesterday for the session, I was stitching, oh dear, vintage toys too. And the piece, maybe not as confetti as the cake shop, but close. There's certain areas, they're quite brutal. So, you know, yesterday I had to take, you know, go to bed very quickly because I was exhausted after that session. So it literally, I think working with paper just takes a little bit more sort of, you know, effort for me, of course. So today I'm going to continue with the paper chart, and let's meet Paper Cam. Yeah, if you haven't been here, you've never witnessed the power of Paper Cam. You're about to see it. Here we go. Boom. Okay, slightly lopsided. Here we go. Here. Yes, so I've got this piece of paper. Today I printed it out in horizontal form just to capture all the stitches that I'll quite possibly need for today's session. So the area I have printed out is, let me switch back here. Let me just show you. It's around this area. Can you see that? So I'm kind of, so this is to the right side. So I worked a little bit to the left, the page to the left side. But I was working on minimum to max using Saga. So I don't want to break it, you know, so I can go back and continue to work on that area from minimum to max when I resume to Saga. But today I'm going to take this area on the right side here. So I think previously I was working on Gemma's method was of some sort, or maybe color flow around this area. So let me come back to the paper cams here. So this is kind of roughly this area here, okay? And so in terms of stitching method, I think I'm gonna go, today's the Sunday, right? No parking Sunday, okay? And so I'm going to work through the past threads I've got on my fabric, but I'm going to do just a nice and easy cross country. I think it's perfect for Sunday, you know? Sunday, particularly having worked on something like Vintage Choice, today I deserve a little breather here. So no parking Sunday, and also easy cross country. So that's my plan today. And let me know your plans for your project, whatever you're working on. So today is not a Sunday. You can work on anything you like. No back door, side door required. You can walk through the front door and come join me. So the part that I printed out is roughly this area. It looks so big on the chart, but it's actually just about less than 6 blocks. So I'm going to work through these past threads and just move forward. So let me come back to my paper cam. And today, of course, I'm armed with my power tools, my companions with my highlighters here. So yesterday, I kind of, you know, spontaneously modified the way I marked a little bit. So the sessions before that, I was changing, excuse me, my throat is playing up. I was changing color of the highlighter when I switch colors, and it kind of worked okay for a little bit. For some reason yesterday, when I was working with fair number of color changes, it kind of didn't feel like the chart started to kind of feel like it was harder to read just with multicolor markers there. So I started to use my black markers, which is not a highlighter, to block off all the stitches here. So just help me to read the chart a little bit more. But I think today I might be okay, because if you look at the symbols here, not too bad, not too bad. And so hopefully I can keep it quite simple and just switch color as I move forward. Yes, I think I will do the pre-selection and then mark afterwards, and no parking, so it's nice and easy. Okay, so I am going to start. Let me just come back to look at my fabric here. So I am going to start from here. I'm going to just pick a point, maybe keep it kind of roughly diagonal, but not straightly. It doesn't matter. I'm doing cross country. So I'm going to start from the corner here. And immediately, it looks very friendly, doesn't it? And so I'm going to just mark off this area here. There are quite a lot of stitches here. So I can go all the way. Let me have a look. This is like the GPS route finder, the planner. So I'm going to do these ones and then maybe keep going to the upper right there. I'll see how it goes, because there are quite a few down here as well. I could float downwards, but I could go anywhere I want. So there's our paper cam here. Let me switch back. But of course, the first thing I need to do is to find my thread number. So just looking at that symbol there, hopefully it's going to be okay today. So immediately I can see it. 402. 402. That's the first number of my choice. And 402. So this area has a lot of like orange and browns in this area. 402. Oh dear, I'm running low with this color. So I might need to top up. So this is practically, oh dear, 402. Look at this. Ah, okay. 402 is 3773. So which is which? 402 is the discontinued one, isn't it? And is it replaced with 3773? Something like that? 3773. No, that's 407. No, 402 is 402. Oh dear. Hang on. And yes, so guys, if you remember and you noticed your emojis, they're kind of disappeared. We found out what happened. Hang on, let me just find my thread, my stash of thread. I need to top it up. Okay, so let me have a little look, because literally I run out of that color. Let me go find my threads. I need to top it up. So I've got the hat shop. This is all really organized. This is stationery. And got it. And this is great because I get to show you what a package looked like when I got it. So let me just zoom out a little bit, because I ran out of 402. 402 is totally gone. One strand there, and so I need to top it up. And this is how the thread pack came to me. So it's in a plastic container. I think this is original, and they came like this. So I'm gonna just find 402. A little bit of flossing up going on here. So I keep them in a wrapper quite well and just tuck them away. So even after so many years, I've got this kit maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and all the threads are still looking quite good. Even the thread cards, right? 402. Hi, San Stitcher, welcome. And I'm going to say hello to you. Mary Henry, welcome. And Mia and Kat, hello. And is it gone? 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 No foe. I tried. Okay, welcome. And Susan is here. Yeah, Susan has joined us. Wonderful. And slightly late for the class, but you're forgiven. 402, found it. 402. There's a whole bunch here. So I'm going to take some off. These two colors are so similar. Oh, no. It's the same color. Hang on. So I really like the thread. I think this is Egyptian cotton. It's very nice to stitch. Very robust. And what have we got here? And Janine is coming with a boring emoji. I know. Our emojis are so much better, isn't it? But hopefully they're going to come back. So it's we found out is if you can't find your emoji in general, you're probably using iPhone or iPad. I think this is a Apple mobile device issue, and hopefully they're going to fix it very soon. And I'm going to just pull out this once. That should do me. Busy mom is working on animal. Panorama by Adrian Chesterman, charged by Pain-Free Craft. Oh, interesting. And Busy Mum says, I'm not feeling good today, so I have some issues with my legs today. Oh, what happened to the little legs? Busy Mum. Busy mums are very busy, so you need to take care of yourself. Yes, take it easy, just like Yogi. You know, I'm recovering from the vintage toys, vintage toys too, yesterday. It was pretty intense, no kidding. And Rachel, great to see you. And Rachel is feeling fatigue as well. Oh, our stitches just dropping like flies. Yes, stay alive, stitches. I need you. And Rachel says feeling more fatigued today as usual. Is it because you're working out so much? Because Rachel is like running and doing all sorts of things. So no workout today. Yes, sometimes it's important to know when to take a break. Sometimes we push ourselves, particularly if you have a workout schedule that you try to keep to, and you feel guilty if you don't do it for a day. And I get that as well. Over the years, I learned to work with, it's called yogi's guilt, that when you don't get to practice. And in my case, because I'm a teacher as well, you know the weird thing about teaching yoga, the more I teach yoga, you know, the more classes I do, the more I feel like I need more yoga for myself. Because when you're teaching, you're not practicing. It's a totally different thing. Different, even though, you know, you could demonstrate the entire class if you want. So physically you're doing it, but you're not doing yoga. Not really. So the more I teach, the more I feel like I need to do more yoga for myself. But sometimes it's really difficult because when you're really busy, and oh, let me just check my chart here. When you're really busy, you are sometimes neglecting your kind of self-care. It could happen. So it's really important. And if you, particularly like Rachel, if you know, kind of have a fitness regime you want to stick with, it's important to know when to take a break. You will feel so much better and stronger afterwards. You know, human body doesn't just fall apart because you don't do something for a day. Maybe if you don't do it for 3 weeks, yes, that's a problem. But otherwise, you know, and give yourself a break sometimes. Let me zoom in here. So 402, we started it off with some sort of flossing up. I think that's what it's called in a trade. And Ginny says, I'm working on Bluebell's cell tonight and into something different. Not sure which one just yet. Oh, let me help you. Ginny, what's happening with your little bunny piece? The printed project with that cute little 2 little bunnies. Okay, here we go. Let me start here. So I can do a loop start, which is quite nice. Oh, I cannot wait. I love this piece. I love this piece. And I'm going to work through all my pass threads. And very often, if I feel a little bit run down or fatigued, my favorite thing to do is downward facing dog. You know, if you've done yoga, downward facing dog is when you have your palms down, your feet on the ground, and hips up, head down. Oh, it's so good. I know, you know, I'm biased, But I think there's something so smart about that position, because your head is down, so the circulation is flowing to the head. It's quite refreshing, and you're stretching the back of your legs as well. And but all the extension you're doing is fully supported on the mat, so you're not doing anything standing up that's more strenuous. But oh, I'm gonna do Danish. I just suddenly went into the Danish mode, and it's so grounding as well, and you get to stretch the spine as well. It's just such a wonderful position to get to, and I never feel worse afterwards. Downward facing dog. Do it. If you feel tired, sometimes you feel like, you know, doing nothing is the best option, just try downward facing dog for you know, a few minutes there. You're gonna feel like a new person. I'm going all Danish out of sudden. So I am going to just fill in all the stitches here. I'm loving it already. I love 14 counts. And Laura is working on 101 alphabet cheetah. Yes, I hope you enjoy. I love to see the progress. And remind me, what fabric count are you doing? Are you doing 18 counts, if I remember correctly? I know. I won't be starting that piece till, I think, July, maybe July. Because June is a little bit... I'll see how it goes. If I feel like starting, I might start in June sometime, but I'm thinking July might be a better timing. Sola says, I realize that Egyptian cotton is a fiber, but I hear you refer to the thread using that term. So is that a brand name or just what it's made of? I think it's a type of thread. It's not a brand name. So I think, if I remember correctly, technically, DMC is also Egyptian cotton. I think, something like that. But the texture is very different. So I think depends on who makes the thread. Probably just like, you know, DMC versus CXC. The texture of the threads feel very different, but they're all, you know, the type of threads that we use for stitching. Oh, I'm loving this. Feels so good. All right. So this should be nice and easy. So I went Danish all the way to the right and then coming back. So I'm going to go downwards. So let me have a look. There are more stitches here, but I'm going to go downwards. There are quite a few. Where should I go? I can do the whole lot here and maybe move to the right. I don't know. Nothing's stopping me from doing so. There's so many stitches here. Yeah, I can do the whole block. Color completion. Suddenly, I'm doing color completion within the block. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed doing it, stitching with paper. I'm not worried about things anymore. So Janine says, Solar, Egyptian cotton is what it's made of. I mean, it's made of cotton, clearly, but I don't know. I don't know whether this one is a blend or not. No idea. Do you have to be like pure cotton to qualify as Egyptian cotton? Because CXC is blend, isn't it? Cotton plus something else. going to mark as I go. That one's done. 4 stitches. Today I may be able to break the 60 stitch barrier. Rachel says, if I feel 50-50, I can push myself, but today I just can't do it. And a lot of guilt, like I'm going to waste today and not work out. I know. Sometimes you can get into that mindset. But, you know, we're working out for the longevity of the body. It's no fun if we break it, right? And the term yogi's guilt is real. It's real. You know, because yogis can be just, maybe just like Rachel doing workout, can be very disciplined and feel like you have to, you know, do certain practices. And in the beginning, when I started teaching, I went through a lot of yogi's guilt. And because, you know, in the beginning, before I started teaching, I was pretty naive. I just said, whoa, great, I get to do a lot of yoga. But no, when you start teaching, as I said, whatever you do during the class when you're teaching is not yoga for you. It's yoga for the students. But for you, you have to find time for your own practice. It's a different deal. So I started to struggle because, you know, you start to take on classes, you want to get better as a teacher, and then you run out of time to do your own practices. So it took me a long time to find the kind of balance point where I'm able to teach fair amount of classes, but still have that kind of capacity to practice for myself. Oh, I've got some past threads here. They're not marked on my chart for some reason, so I need to work it out as I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ginny says bunny peas doesn't count. Seriously, thought I really only worked on my stamp kits on my days off, usually the daytime. Right, so it's still ongoing, right? You're still working on that one. So stamp kits for Janine, they're phantom projects. They're kind of there, but not really. Two. And 2 more above. I'll probably start working on the past threads first to get them out of the way. And then 1 more. I love the sound as well. Oh, so nice. 14 count Ada. The sound is music to me. And I'm going to end the stitch here. Walkaway says, I keep stitching my hair into the work. I need to put my hair up. Well, yes, just stitch the hair into the piece. Have a bit, a little bit more of your DNA in the pieces. Because you know, earlier on, we've got a new member called, I think she's here as well. I think it's a she. I'm making assumptions here. The cat hair in my floss. If you're here, wave your hands. I think I saw you earlier on. And the name, you know, is so interesting. It resonates with everybody, I think. You know, sometimes, very often, we have cat hair or dog hair on our webs. And the question would be, what do you do when that happens? Do you stitch it into your webs? I think a lot of us do. And Renee, you just stitch your hair, extra fiber, you know, maybe special, is Renee cotton, and just stitch it into your piece. Right, I'm going to take care of the past threads first because it's in the way. So I'm going to identify what they are. So this one's is just above. I'm going to change color, okay? Just for clarity. So this one is going to be, it's this one. It's a little capsule. So they're one. See, these ones, let me just go to paper cap. These ones, these two symbols, if you don't look very carefully, you can mistake them as the same one, for me anyway. And there's another one here. That's it. Is there any more? So the next one is below here. I don't want to park. I can stitch it, but I don't want to go too far. Okay, then why don't I stitch these two as well? It's only one block below. So 4 stitches. Fine. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Just get rid of the part threads first. Hello, Suki. Laura says, I'm doing it on 32. Oh, right, 32 pearl grey Lugana. So that works out as 16 counts? I can't count. Yes, it's 16 count, isn't it? Nice and big. One. Why does it look like this? It doesn't match. 1 and 1, 2. Oh, there are 2 couple of stitches I missed with the previous color. So the 2 stitches, they're not done yet, actually. Those 2. But I marked them already. Right, so STEM kits for you. There's side quest. Fair enough, but there's still full coverage, right? So side quest for me would be something that's non-full coverage, maybe different types of projects. And then there are 2 more at the bottom. I'm going to do it. Trying to count carefully. I don't think it's a good idea. Do you? It's probably too far away. Why don't I? Okay, let me do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 from above as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit tricky. Amaya, hello. Solar says the delta in Egypt, where the cotton grows, is very rich, and that plant produce the longest fiber in the world. Is that where the Egyptian cotton is coming from? Are they actually from Egypt? And so let's say CXC, from what I understand, is fully polyester. I think it's a blend, is it not? I think it's a cotton and maybe polyester. I'm not sure. The texture is very different. I need a sip of coffee, guys. I'm drinking naked coffee. And Travis, hello. Good afternoon. Oh yeah, Travis has got two names. Suzanne as well. I recognize both. Yes, Laura, I think it's a blend. From what I heard, I have no idea. I like CXC. That is true, Travis. Travis says, if the STEM kids are side quests, then I'm on a really long side quest. Indeed, that's the only piece Travis has got. Yes. So yes, Travis, you're on the permanent side quest. And also, listen to Janine, okay, Travis. Janine says, STEM kids don't count, okay? They're phantoms. She doesn't even incorporate the numbers onto her web count. Responds, Travis. Oh, very good point, Laura. Laura says, so STEM kids don't count in the webs, but definitely count as a finish. Well, you have to pick one or the other. If it doesn't count, if they don't count, they don't count. They don't count as a finish. Ginny, do you want to change your mind? You may, okay? We won't laugh. This one, I don't know which one this is. Doesn't matter. I'm going to switch to the next color here. So I've taken care of this one. And change color. So I'm going to do the part threads first. So I've got another part threads just above here. So it's number 5. Let me just double check where's the colors. I do not trust it. Yes, I think it's the correct number 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like a game you play when you have to do the puzzles and find all the kitties in a picture or something like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do that one. And that's it. The next one is way over here. So hi, Betty. Ginny says, I'll probably never finish my stamp kits. Not happy with the Watto Biz one. Oh, do you not like it? Watto Biz, is that where no, the bunny ones are from painting fairies, isn't it? So Watto Biz is not very good. One, 2. One, 2. Janine says Travis stamp kids count for him. Office starts. And he counted. They don't count for him. Well, you can't change your the rules like willy-nilly. One, two, three, 4. If I ever get a counted, well, not counted, the stamp kit, it definitely counts as a whip. And then there's 2 over here. So nice to check with the AI. CXC's polyester cotton blend. Yes, AI never lies. 1, 2, 3. That's it. I think this method is working well with this chart. I think when it starts to get quite intense with color changes, you kind of have to modify a little bit. Lovely. I'm using purple next. And this one, I'm gonna pick up this one. Where is it? So it's second from the block below. That one. It looks like, okay, there are 2 more here. 3. I don't know if I will keep going. I might actually. And there's another one. I'll just go as far as the next block, and that's it. Hi, Sound Stitching. Janine says the Wattle Bez one I started is a cat with flowers and tropical scene, but it looks like the printing was off before the charting. So the charting is off. Oh, are you saying this poorly charted? And the colors don't seem right. Oh dear. So it's not just the fact that the symbols, because with printed the stamp kits, I think the critical part is how clear those symbols are. They're not smudged and they're not offset. But I think Janine is also having concern about the quality of the charting itself. That's not good. I would not spend, like years stitching something that looks off. If it doesn't feel right, maybe it's just not very well charted. And that's disappointing. Janine says a green line on the right side, like the printing of the original picture was off. Oh, are you saying that the mock-up does not capture the picture? Then it's definitely the quality of the charting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Renee says I do vintage stamp kits, mostly alphabet samplers. Once in a while, they used to be different. Then the stamp kits today, it's different from the stamp kits today. It's relaxing to do something different once in a while. So they're not fully covered. Is that what it is? Sampler with stamps as well. Yes, it's very relaxing. Yes, I forgot. The option is also there as well, isn't it? Stamp kits, but not fully covered. So they're like samplers, but with printed symbols already. So you don't have to check the charts all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to end it here without wandering too far. I'm going to just end the stitch. Mandy, hello. Janine says, I think the charting is good. It was a regional. They charted from. Oh, are you talking about the artwork itself? Oh dear. If I remember correctly, someone said WattleBiz is all AI based. So they probably have, cats with 5 fingers. Because it's quite funny. I've been watching some videos about artwork. Because there's a whole kind of a genre looking into artists and try to figure out if they are using AI to generate their artwork and pretend it's hand-drawn, and they raise some examples. They're quite funny, actually. There was this piece of artwork, literally, having this guy really beautifully drawn, okay, really atmospheric, and this guy has the hand flipping the other way. For instance, if your hands are facing this way, your finger should be on this side. The thumb actually ended up on the other side, and they're being called out and say, well, is that because it's AI generated? Because to be honest, I paint and draw myself. I don't care what it is. There's no chance in heaven or somewhere else below that I would get the number of fingers mixed up. It's just, or putting the thumb on the wrong side. It just does not happen. It does not happen. And I think for some reason, as powerful as AI is, hands very often become the thing that create problems with the results. So if you're not careful, if you're just trying to pass the generated art as your own, at least check, and maybe fix it before you release it, because there is no chance anybody who does art, you ask them, there's no chance they're gonna get the number of the fingers incorrectly. Never happens. Or drawing the hands like flipped over the wrong side. It just does not happen. It does not happen. I don't care what excuses they give. It does not happen. So check the hands, Janine. You know, maybe check how many toes the rabbits have. Make sure they're correct number. All right, so I've cleared my path threads in the area. I'm going to move forward with this. And it's quite odd because those artwork, sort of, you know, piece of artwork, they're being called out as fake. They're created by artists who previously were creating genuine artwork. So these are not people without skills. But for some reason, they just resorted to using a tool, maybe to speed up, or I don't know what it is. I mean, what's the point of that? The whole point of creating art is because it's your creation and you love it. You love the creative process. What's the point of, get it generated and try to pass it off? It's so pointless, really pointless. Okay, I'm doing this little square with slashes in the middle. And I'm going to find it, okay? This is the 1982 method. You just scan through all the symbols. Oh, I find it. I found it. So, because this chart only has about 56 colors, so it's very quick. 720, 720. $7.20. Okay, what's happening? Oops. 7.20. I've got a piece here already. 7.20 orange. Travis says, trying to do it on the opposite side. I had someone in my live stream say they were doing a stamp kit, but they were doing the stitching on the opposite side, so they could follow a bit of a paper pattern. Are you talking about Adana? I think if there's the lady from our Facebook group, I think it's Adana. You know what she did? She's very new. I'm really impressed by Adana because she's very, very new to full coverage stitching. I think she's from Argentina, if I remember correctly. And what she did was she wanted to try out full coverage. Now she's stitching, I think, Library of Cats. I think this is, she went from 0 full coverage, no coverage ever, no full coverage projects ever, and then went from that to Library of Cats. So she got a printed stamp kit, and instead of stitching on the printed side where all the symbols are, what she did was, it's genius. She flipped the canvas over and gridded herself and follow the chart and stitch it like a counted cross-stitching pattern. And it's beautiful. She's doing a great job, and she's doing parking and everything. She's learning so fast. So, and now she's doing Library of Cats. Adana, if you're in the chat, unlock yourself and come forward and confess. Travis says Tia is continuing to count after he stop counting. 1, 2, 3. I know. So this one, I've got 1, 2, and then up here. I can do this. When I got these kits, I I didn't sort of work on them immediately because I was trying to find a solution for the paper patterns so I wouldn't need to, stitch with paper patterns. That's why I got Markup RXP so I can import the PDF, sort of the paper chart and turn it into PDF. Not PDF, like chart, markable thingy chart. And now looking back, this is totally doable. I think I could have done it just using papers. I'm enjoying it. So I'm a lot less fearful about paper charts. I think Janine belongs to the chicken club as well. One. So am I doing yellow? Yes. 3. There are 2 more on the right. Renee says, the vintage stamp kits I got. What do you mean by vintage stamp kits? Are they kits made like ages ago? Is that what you mean by vintage? The vintage stamp kits I get from eBay. They're printed on regular linen or muslin in the plain blue color. So you just follow the color chart. Oh, so the canvas, they're not using sort of quite hard canvas with a lot of print, stamp kits. They're printing it on the fabric. Janine says, I really don't mind AI images at all if they're beautiful, but that's me, and it just looks like when they printed the green parts on the original, it was shifted. I'll probably be emailing them. Do you think it's a glitch, or do you think it was just not well done? I think that's fine. If a AI generated images you actually love, and also they've got all the number of fingers correctly, then that's okay. I think it's up to the consumers to decide what they want, and Janine doesn't mind, so it's not a problem. I just think even if you use AI or whatever tools you do, at least check all the details, because you don't want like wrong number of fingers. You just don't want that. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just flowing with the stitches because this one is all over the place. 2 more. 2 at the top. I'll probably just do those. But it's just interesting. There's a whole genre of YouTube. They're basically trying to catch people. Well, I don't think it's a problem if you make it very transparent and go, yes, I use AI because it's powerful and it's fun to do. But if you try to do that and pretend it's hand-drawn, then that's a problem, I think, because it's about honesty, isn't it? One, two, 1, 2. Oh, there's one already. Hang on. So let me end it here. So that one I'm not going to do. This is a part thread. I'm just marking this part thread. It's orange. Sola says, what's the chicken club? Does that mean you're conserving floss? Oh no, chicken club is led by Lizzie. So she basically divided the stitches in 3 camps. I can't remember the other ones. One is obviously brave heroes like me, you know, who are brave enough, have the courage to embark on paper-only challenge. And so that's me, one camp. And the other camp is Lizzie. Lizzie is a confessed chicken person. I don't know how to describe her. And she's taking pride of being a chicken for not to be terrified of paper charts. So that's it. That's a chicken club. But it's a temporary club because once we finish the challenge and, you know, there's no need for a chicken club. Maybe for other occasions. Oh, hello, Chelsea. Chelsea, welcome back. Chelsea has been a member for 4 months. Says, hi, sorry, I missed so many streams. Love you. Oh, Chelsea, love you too. I hope everything is great, going great with you. And welcome back. Yes, do not worry. Just come back. Great to see you. And are you stitching today? Hopefully you are enjoying your projects. Renee says, yes, the vintage kits I have are from the 1960s and 70s, around through the 80s. Oh, I need to look up to those. I didn't know it was even an option, but I bet they're probably quite expensive, right? Particularly, you know, like if I try to ship them from other countries, from America or something. I love to look up some vintage kits. Never crossed my mind. Great idea. It would be really fun side quest, wouldn't it? Because, you know, to experience the charting from the past. 1982. Today we're powered with candle lights, okay? And me paddling as usual. I'm sweating. To keep the computer going, okay? It's all man-powered. Just like back in 1982. So here we go. I'm going to switch color. And I'm going to come back here maybe with the pink. I can come back with, no, I'm going to come back with the purple. So I have enough kind of distinction between the surrounding stitches. Okay, so I am going to do a star. So there are quite a few here, I can do these ones and these ones. Okay. And then I will decide where to go. And this one is a star symbol. Let's have a look. Where are you? Right here. 3328. 3328. And it's a pink. Cat hair in my floss. Says that's a great name. I'm on a delay due to family cat dinner. Family cat dinner. So it's dinner with cats, with cats together with the family. That sounds great. And I hope the cat is finishing the cat's dessert. You know, sometimes they don't finish their dessert. It's very upsetting. And Oh, so cat cat hair is confirming it's a she, okay? Yes. Oh, so cat hair is a cat as well. Ragdoll cat. And the hair is everything. Well, there you go. So you have to, weave the whole thing into your project. So you are embedding your cat's DNA in your project. That's lovely. We like that kind of thing. So I need to bear in mind, I have not done these two yet. These two are mistakenly marked. Clara says, my first Wattle Biz kit was way off on the printing. The symbols were starting in the middle of the square. Oh dear. And going into the row below, I had a hard time with the owner at first. But, okay, so Clara continues. After I sent her some pictures, she had the canvas reprinted. It was at the time she was changing the printing company. Okay, so that was a while ago. Obviously, sometimes problems happen. But generally, we want to make sure, particularly, STEM kids, the printing quality is everything, right? Because if you can't see the symbols, it's not good. So hopefully they fixed that. Chelsea says, I've been very ill, but hopefully on the mend. No stitching yet. My eyes are playing up. Oh, on top of other beds. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chelsea. Hopefully we will lift your spirit. You don't have to stitch. You can just join in for the chat. It must be challenging to have to put up with health issues. And we're here with you. I bet it's frustrating because if you love stitching and, you're not well enough to stitch, I would do it for you. I'm stitching for stitching for two. I can do that. Very slowly though. And I hope speedy recovery. Get stronger every day. The human body is incredible. It heals and gets stronger. Right, so Clara, so they have some issues with printing. How long ago are we talking about here? Because Janine is having issues with like now. It's quite good. They're able to fix the problems. I think a lot of times you really get to see what a company really is, because when everything's going well, they can tell you all the nice things. You are our value customers. Our products are top quality, whatever it is. Just wait till you have issues and see what they do. That's the real deal. You'll find out if they really care about you. And 3 stitches. The weird thing about marking each thread with different colors, because if I was working on an app, let's say Saga or Pattern Keeper, the stitches, once you mark them, they would reflect the colors of the thread, wouldn't it? Right? So if I'm stitching orange right now, when the stitches are marked, they look orange. And this is where sometimes the wires kind of cross in my brain, because I'm looking at my chart with, you know, a purple color. I'm looking back at my fabric. I'm looking for purple colors as well. You know what I mean? And clearly, that's not how it works. So that will maybe take some time for the brain to adjust. But by then, I'll finish my 10-day challenge. So it was about 10, 11 months ago. Okay, so it depends on when Janine's kit was made. I don't know whether they make a point of replacing, you know, everything that's maybe problematic. And Chelsea says, thank you, Yogi. I do miss it, as this is my main activity. And as I'm housebound, I have a genetic condition. Oh, I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm going to just put it on the screen. So maybe if you guys are curious, you can read it. And so no full-time recovery. My health is very up and down. Oh dear. Yes. And, you know, we will keep your spirits up. And hopefully, you know, if you just get strong enough to stitch, I think things will be better, because I know how much you enjoy stitching. Yes, it's very challenging when you have conditions that, you know, that there's no complete cure just yet. But I think, you know, I hope it definitely helps when you are surrounded by a whole bunch of stitchers, you know. They love the same thing that you do. So oh, Chelsea saying, Chelsea says, watching Yogi is a balm to my soul, Yogi. Oh, thank you so much. And, you know, I would be just, you know, sitting here stitching on my own without the chat, without you watching. So thank you. I'm definitely stitching so much more, and also more disciplined in terms of, you know, because of the streaming, I'm stitching most days 3 to 4 hours, which is tremendous. Whereas before I started a channel, I probably sporadically, you know, stitching a lot for a couple of weeks, and then I would kind of get distracted or maybe lose motivations to stitch, and then eventually go back, you know, come back to stitching and for a little bit, and then move away again. So stitching with you guys is definitely a motivation, and I'm learning so much as well. So I think I can say, you know, I'm probably stitching better, whatever that means. You know, a lot of techniques I've learned from you. Oh, no, I'm not even doing pre-selection. I'm just moving forward. Very bold, very bold. And then there's one more down here. I'll try to just follow stitches as much as I can. I think you can probably get away with pre-selection when you have a pattern that's not too confetti, so you don't have to switch colors all the time, and also, you know, they're kind of not too far away from each other, so your eyes can actually follow. In theory, who knows? I'll probably make mistakes. And then you have to mark quite consistently. And two more. And I think this is why when Komari used to do papers, instead of putting the paper away, you know, on the side or whatever, she literally placed a paper here. If I show you, she would do this. I mean, obviously, she prints the chart, you know, the stitches will look smaller. She would literally place it next to where she's stitching, and she would go, you know, her eyes doesn't have to travel too far. So this is what, you know, pros do. I think I'll probably still get confused. I mean, she's so good at optimizing whatever she does, you know, to make it efficient. That's why she's so fast. Alison, hello. Great to see you, Alison. She says, evening, Stitchy buddies. Live streams are good for my mental health and loneliness at times, but not so good for my bank balance. I know, it's so tempting. And I'm so happy to hear Alison to say the streams actually help her with the mental health. I think just by getting together with a whole bunch of people, even if you don't know all of them, right? They're in different locations, different time zones. But the fact is, all the spirits come together at the same time doing the things you love as well. That is uplifting. I think that's super uplifting, you know, and I wish I had it when I started, you know, the full coverage journey, because I had so many questions, and you know, and there was some live streaming around. I found Komari, but because of the language barrier and also time differences, I don't always get to watch her live. But it was helpful because it's a lot of motivation as well. So definitely, you know, it doesn't matter what type of projects you do, and just the fact that you're able to get together with a whole bunch of people who love the same things as you do, it's very uplifting. Amanda says, if you want to check out someone else doing full coverage with paper patterns, Stitching Mummy did some videos around 8 years ago before she switched to Pattern Keeper. Oh, well, 8 years ago, probably a lot of people using paper to stitch. And yes, I would definitely have a look. But is she doing anything that's different? That'll be interesting. Where am I exactly? What am I stitching? Oh, purple. Okay. 4 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And then 3 stitches back up. Because to be honest, when I first started full coverage stitching, I was feeling a little bit quite alone. You know, probably continue to feel like that up until I started the channel, because, you know, you just feel like you're the only full coverage stitcher in the village, and there's no one around doing it other than some floss tubers, you know, you watch from time to time. But being able to talk about things real time really helps. Amanda says, I keep my paper pattern on my knee when I'm stitching. Oh, right. So you just stitch and look down to your knees. Presuming if you're sitting sort of, you know, on a desk. Right. So basically somewhere your eyes don't have to travel too far. I think that's probably a good idea. Three. Guy Lane, hello. Guy Lane says, hello, Yogi, and everyone from Quebec, Canada. Happy stitching. There you go. Great to see you. Suki says, I watched Kamari last night. I think she has a well advanced hand-eye coordination. I think she just has that kind of instinct to make things very efficient. If you watch the things she does, and also the way she organizes her workspace, and also her organizer, she basically tries to bend it and tweak things in a way that works for her. So her setup might not work for another stitcher. You know what I mean? But her goal isn't trying to come up with something that works universally. She's trying to come up with a system that works for her way of stitching. And she's very unique with the way she stitches. And she just has that, you know, ability to just make things really fast, clearly. Okay, next one. I am going to use color pink, maybe, for this little, oh, I want to do this one. I want to fix this area first. Let me find a symbol there. Because there are two stitches I marked on the chart. They have not been done already. 402. Amanda says she marks, oh, this is Stitching Mummy, right? Amanda says she marks her stitches after she does a chunk of stitching. I just found it interesting because it gave me another perspective on full coverage stitching. But in order to do a whole chunk of stitching, are you saying that for one single color, or she will switch colors and keep stitching until she marks on her chart? Because in order to mark a whole bunch of stitches, the chart has to be relatively confetti friendly, right? If it's super confetti, like the chart I was doing yesterday, vintage toys, you're not going to be able to have a whole chunk of stitches together. This one maybe, this one is possible. I'm going to just fix these two stitches here so everything matches. Just want to do these two, and I can keep going to the bottom actually. So I've got these two. Let me switch to a different color. Let's do a pink these two, and then I've got the whole bunch here. So these two I want to fix, and then there's quite a lot within this block. And the chart is looking increasingly messy. I just keep drawing stuff on top. Hello, Michelle. Waving with two hands. What a relief. Chelsea says, are the different colors, highlighters, different thread colors? Yes, I think I picked this up, I think from, was it Heather who suggested that? Because originally I was planning to do, let me just come back. Originally, if you look my previous charts, well, at the end of the 10 days, I'm going to gather all the charts I've been working on and, you know, look at the evolution of marking. But originally, I was using one single color to do a pre-selection and then mark it off. And then I think Heather suggested that she actually switch the color of the pen each time when she's working within the same area. So I think the advantage of that is it creates a lot more distinction between the stitches you've just worked on versus the one you're about to work on. If I'm using the same pen, it's kind of really hard to identify where you are. It just makes things a little bit easier. But, you know, depends on how you mark it. I mean, Heather is making her chart so beautiful, whereas mine, it looks like somebody's dinner. There you go. Not Dolly's dinner. Okay, Dolly's having some prawns today. She's so happy. She loves her fresh prawns. And updates on Lily. I still have not seen Lily. I hope he's okay, having a great time. And I hope Oreo and chocolate, they're nice and safe. They're just being grounded or something. It's so strange. I went from 4 cat to 1. I went from 1 to 4 and then 4 to 1 within weeks. Okay, these two are done. I really miss them though. Amanda says, yes, I just stitch and look down. I sit in an armchair with a table in front of me. That's the right height for the chair. Yes, that's nice. That's nice because some stitches actually have like those magnet, you know, board. They probably place it kind of vertically. But you have to look up. I suppose if you don't have to travel, your eyes don't have to travel too far. There's it's easier, isn't it? So currently my chart is on my right side. Normally it wouldn't be a problem because my Saga, my tablet, normally I put it on the left side. So my head is, you know, kind of trained to look to the left. And it's been working okay. But now I have to look to the right. I remember the first day when I was doing it, my head just keep going to the left, looking for Saga. Hi, Lona. Great to see you. I hope you and Mom both really well. Rajan says, I started a paper with my project I found in my bin. What? You mean like trash? A trash bin? Raja, what have you been stitching? Yes. Let's have a look. It's so funny. I'm looking for Raja's. Rajel says, I started paper with my project I found in my bin. It's a magic bin, isn't it? You can find paper project you're working. I love to see. Rajel, have you ever posted your webs on Facebook group? Because sometimes people have different names on the Facebook groups, so I might not know always who is who. But I love to see the project you're working on. And what kind of bin is that you're able to find paper charts? It sounds magical. Chelsea says, I do block by block when I'm using a paper pattern and don't mark the paper at all. Really? Oh, aliens. I think that's what Susan says as well. I think Susan, is it how you're doing it? But I don't think Susan is doing block by block. She actually says that she doesn't mark anything sometimes. She's working with papers all the time. Oh, there's a flying little thingy. I don't know what it is. Aliens. Wow. If I don't mark anything, literally, I'll be sitting here and just staring at my fabric and staring at the paper chart and not doing anything. I won't be able to stitch. My eyes just cannot follow. But even within a block, there's a lot happening, you know. See, if I don't do this, I wouldn't know what I'm looking at. Or maybe it's part of the training. Maybe if you are very used to working with paper, you just kind of just train your eyes to do that. Oh, Amanda is a no marking person either. You know, I don't know which one is more terrifying, no gridding or no marking. Can you imagine the combination of two? Dear, oh dear, it's like superpower. No gridding is required, no markings required. I just stitch. Ah, so Chelsea is definitely in alien territory. Chelsea doesn't mark with her paper. Well, first of all, the ability of not having to mark is one, but also she doesn't want to mark it because she would like to do the pattern again. Think about doing that with, you know, double size, a library of cats. Yes, do not mark the chart, okay? Because I might want to do the double supersize again in the future. That's the kind of consideration that never occurred to me. Wow. So there you go. This is why it's so fun to learn from you, because I never knew this type of thinking existed. I'm just focusing on stitching everything once, if at all. Amanda says, Sarah from Stitching Mummy. Is that the lady's name? Wonderful. And so Sarah usually only does one color before marking, and she will mark more often if it's a difficult section. Yes, that makes sense. But by marking, well, I suppose the chart is relatively friendly. You know, like this one is relatively friendly, and you've got a lot of stitches of the same symbol together. This I can imagine. I probably don't have to, mark every 2 stitches. I can probably look at that and go, okay, roughly I know, where I'm going. But, but this chart is very different from the chart yesterday, for instance. So I think it varies quite a lot. Chelsea says, I have one digital pattern web and I'm not a fan, as it means I need another device to watch, listen to something. Yes, if you have only one device, that could be a problem. And yes, that's so fair. But Chelsea, I can't remember, do you have like full coverage, like having another type of patterns? And working with paper chart is probably possible, but not marking is probably a little bit tricky, isn't it? And oh, hello, Pink Naman. Pink Naman. Yes, I've done my best. And says, hi all, I'm in the UK and I can only use paper charts. I've tried using my laptop for patterns and I spend all my time counting and recounting. Love your lives, Yogi. And thank you so much. And so just out of curiosity, Pink, so you're a paper girl, right? And you do not enjoy, but have you ever tried mobile devices? Well, not mobile, the mobile apps for marking, like Pattern Keeper, like Saga, because Pattern Keeper is quite popular. And because that's slightly different from trying to use a laptop to mark patterns. Because I don't know what software you use, but if you have sort of iPad or whatever, it's quite tactile. It's like working with charts, but you have a lot of advantages for like being able to undo and search, that kind of stuff. So just wonder whether you've tried that as well. Amanda says, I fed my cat some egg yolk the other day, and now whenever I make egg yolk, what's eggs yolk? I think she should get some. Some cats like dairy, some cats don't. I have cats that they go crazy. When I used to have yogurts, they will love to have a taste of yogurt. And eggs as well, but some cats they're just not interested. And prawns as well, because Dolly loves prawns. She goes crazy with prawns. But Lily, for instance, Lily doesn't care for prawns at all. Lily loves chicken, and whereas Dolly doesn't love chicken. Dolly, if you put a plate of freshly cooked chicken in front of Dolly, she would just walk away and judge you with her eyes. And Lily loves chicken, but if you serve prawns to Lily, he just doesn't care. It's so weird. It's really, really drastic. Because I thought all cats would love prawns. And that's not the case. No, not the case. So there are 2 over here. Amanda says Square Stitch and Stitchly are supposed to work on laptops and desktop. I haven't tried them much. Yes, I think I've never tried to mark my stitches using a PC because it's less intuitive, I think, because you have to, stitch, release your hands and move the mouse and try to mark whatever. With a tablet, you also need to free up the hand to do it, but I think it's a lot easier because you're touching something as if you're just trying to mark something. Maybe you can try that and you can report back and see if you still prefer paper. And it's great you love papers. That's good. Amanda says, I found a chart I like doing on Saga better than on paper. Little cake shop. You probably need the app to survive that chart. Oh, Rajao explains the mystery chart, paper chart in the bin. Rajao says, when I moved from apartment into house, it was in my bucket. You mean like someone else's chart? Like someone left in the bin when you moved in? Really? So the previous person was a stitcher as well? Because not very often that you find charts, paper charts anywhere. That is incredible. 3 stitches. Susan, Susan, stop. Susan stops. I think Susan's just trying to upset the entire chat, okay? Listen to this, okay? The things I have to put up with every day from Susan, this is just, Susan says, I don't see the point of marking with that face. Oh, that is so cheeky. Susan is trying to be controversial, trying to upset Yogi. Don't see the point of marking. How dare you, Susan? Amanda says, I don't grid either. Oh, my brain is broken. Amanda says, I don't grid, and I only try gridding on one project. Oh, dear. Chelsea says you could get around it by scanning it to create a digital copy, and then you print a copy to mark, but keep the original. Yes, but still you're working with papers. All right, so this is to preserve the original. Yes, you could. You can make a copy. You know, when I first, earlier days, when I started off with just dabbling with a bit of cross stitching. It wasn't the main thing I was doing. But whenever I did it, I always worked with original chart. It never occurred to me to make a photocopy or whatever. And so the first time I worked on Maggie, I was working on the original piece of chart. And it was just falling apart. It was crumbling after a while because I had to fold the chart in order to focus on, the area I was working on. I just fold the chart and make it a little bit smaller so I can focus, like cropping basically. And so the paper just, just fell apart after a while. So it's just amazing that it didn't even occur to me to make a copy of it. So if that piece of chart was, fell apart for whatever reason, it was all over. Where am I? I'm here. I've done these ones. Good. I've done these ones. They're falling off the paper cap. And I'm going to come down 2 stitches. See, if I don't mark, I literally do not know where I was. I would not even know where I was. Seriously. Chelsea's has got a project full coverage, but not as big as Hate. My whips are around 60,000 stitches. It's still quite big. And I think full coverage charts, they're just a lot more intense, isn't it? Oh, EO is the name. Okay. I was thinking there's some sort of food, new dish. And Amanda says my mom gave her to us and she named her after Jupiter's moon, Lo, but pronounced it wrong. So she gave her to us. We did a respelling. So the moon is called low. So how did I go from low to eel? So funny. Two stitches here. And there's one more here. Is it chocolate time? Oh, excellent. Chelsea is still, right on time for the chocolate time. Yes, Clara, I'm so sorry. Clara is emoji less. And Clara says, chocolate time without the members emoji, Yogi. I have made you feel guilty enough. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Tiny bit of guilt that I'm feeling. Maybe get a Android phone. That's a price to pay. All right, then. Let me just do these ones quickly because there are a few here. And the thread's getting really short, so I might as well see if I could end my thread here. And then we have chocolate. Ginny says, Yogi, look, you did at least 1,000 stitches while I drive home. Yes, exactly. I think today is one of those days. It's going to be at least 3,000. That's my goal today. Because yesterday, yesterday was a slow day, wasn't it? I only did like 1,000, Today, yes, definitely. It's going to be at least 3,000 today. I know, it's incredible. Let me just stitch until this piece run out so I can come back with a new color. 2 and 1. And just a reminder, everyone, we are doing a Christmas in July marathon, okay? So it would be quite nice to start a new project together. But also, if you already have a Christmas piece you would like to start early in the year, start stitching Christmas projects from July, you can just join in. But it would be nice to have a new start, isn't it? So if you want to start to look for Christmas charts, this June will be a very good time. And get it ready, and we can do it. We're going to be doing the marathon. 2 more here. Maybe I can squeeze in just about. Oh, thread chicken coming up. 1 more stitch. $3,000 stitches today. Easy. I did it. I did it. Okay, then. I'm going to end the thread, and we have some chocolate. Snacky time, everyone. There. Beautiful. Oh, let's take a break. Take a break. Let me mark my stitches here. These little ones. I did it. Right, let's go. Let's do some chocolate eating, okay? Here we go. So just a little bit I'm working on. So this whole area has a lot of sort of orangey colors. What am I having today? I think I still have some my old-fashioned chocolate here. Might as well finish it. Susan is in Black Forest tonight. Oh yes, I need to get a pack of Black Forest as well. Chelsea says, my husband asked, is it chocolate time? It's one keeping us on track. Oh, well done, Chelsea husband. You know, you're a keeper. You're a keeper. Yes. And I always forget. So I'm relying on you guys to remind me. And I'm always stunned when it's chocolate time because it means we've been stitching for like a couple of hours. It just doesn't feel like it. Cheers, everyone. Chelsea says he now keeps chocolate in his bedside table just for chocolate time. So does he enjoy a little bit of chocolate with us? Yes, join us, you know. You earned it. Clara says it's not possible. I'm strictly an iPhone girl. So yes, if an iPhone girl tonight, unfortunately, it will be Dolly less, okay, Clara? No emojis tonight. Ginny says, my cat is being so lovely, like I left him for days. Poor baby. I think the poor baby is just hungry, Ginny. When was the last time you fed the poor thing? I think they're normally because, you know, they're so lovely because they want something. Sound Stitching says, I order all the stuff from Patriotic Sampler by Crochetta Go-Go. I can't wait. Oh, what kind of project is that? Like samplers, as in cross-stitch samplers. I'm asking because, in a members session, I was doing a needlepoint sampler. And Science says, when would you run the marathon and how many hours? So typically our marathons is minimum 10 hours. All right, we do a real marathon. We don't kid around with our marathons, okay? But in terms of which day, I have not decided yet, but it's going to be a Saturday. So it's got to be a Saturday that I'm not working. So I need to look at my timetable and pick a date. So July, yes, I'll look into the calendar and making sure I'm clear for one of the Saturdays, and we can do that. So it's probably not going to be the very beginning. Depends. I will let you know. We're still in June, so I will let you know the date. But we will do a marathon that's minimum 10 hours. I know, that's wonderful, isn't it? To have a hobby that's preparing your chocolate for you and keeping time with the chocolate time, you know. Can we hire him as our assistant for the stream? We need, you know. And maybe, you know, sometimes Susan and Clara, they need some help, you know. Clara says, Yogi, I'm waiting on you to decide the Christmas chart so I can decide whether to do that one or not. So please choose your chart. Some of us are anxious waiting with bated breath. Well, yes, very good. So I've already got one Christmas project. That's a chart from Artisy. It's Christmas House 2. I adore that chart, but you know, I want to add one more project, and I'm going to start the new project with our marathon. Okay, so I will start to look into possibilities. I want a chart that is from a different company, a non-heaven and earth chart, and maybe a non Stitch is so beautiful, because you know I've got two charts from them already, and so I would like to you know, some suggestions on really good company, you know, like solid, like Heaven and Earth, like Stitch is so beautiful. They have beautiful charts, and I will choose one and share with you. If you'd like to join me stitching the same piece, but you know, you can choose whatever you want. Hi, Lynn. Hello. I was wondering where you were. Lynn says hello, and hello to Cynthia. No stitching, shoulders still the same. Oh, I was just talking about our stitches. They're dropping like flies, you know. Lynn was attacked by a horse. I ask you, Lynn, you know, speedy recovering, and a very naughty horse, okay? No snacky for the horse for at least 3 days. And it must be really painful. So hopefully you are recovering, okay? And great to see you. And, you know, just enjoy the cheese straws, okay? It will make everything better. Ginny says my cat surely can't be hungry, the chubby thing. Well, there's a reason for being chubby, because, you know, the little cat is always hungry. Chelsea says we share a bit of chocolate time together. He also keeps spare drinks in his beside table, as I can't always go downstairs to get them. I will ask for a drink and he will pull one out. Oh dear, this is what I need. I need to start training Mr. Yogi to, you know, do something for me. It's always me nursing him. It's just so unfair, Chelsea. So, yeah, the training time starts. Okay, Mr. Yogi, if you can hear me. Boot camp. Boot camp from tomorrow. Starting from chocolate time, serving chocolate and some drinks as well. That'll be nice. You need drinks. And talking about drinks, I'm gonna have a little bit of coffee. So good. Rachel says we could do a Halloween autumn theme marathon or session in June. Yes, well, with Halloween, I don't know what to do yet. I'm pretty sure I won't be doing a early Halloween in June or whatever. But when it comes to, you know, the festive season, the Halloween time, the Christmas time, yes, definitely another, you know, opportunity maybe to do another epic marathon. Maybe Halloween or what, I don't know, but we definitely will do another one. This year, we've only done 2. I think last year we did a few more. You know, we didn't start daily streaming until last June sometime. It's going to be a year, okay, of most, you know, almost everyday streaming. And last year, I haven't counted. We did a half marathon, but I think we did at least 3 or maybe 4 marathons. If you including the New Year's Eve marathon, we did a few. So today, you know, this year, you know, we still have plenty of opportunities to do it. I think technically we've only done 1 this year, haven't we? So San says, thank you. I work every 2 weeks on Saturday. Maybe I can join my Christmas chart. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Saturday is kind of the best day of the week so far when it comes to marathon because clearly, people are more free to do. But also there are sort of time differences that it's not really up to us. Normally we get to catch stitches from all time zones because we go round the clock for 10 hours. So, we kind of managed to let the stitches to join us at different time zones. But, it's just the way it is. And I think New Year's marathon, we did 11 hours. So who knows? I might do another 11 hours. So let me come back here. Chelsea says he's still waiting for your frogging. Yogi, oh, do you have to mention that? We were doing so good. We're just talking about happy things, Christmas and everything. And now you have to bring up the F word, Chelsea and the husband. Seriously, very naughty. Yes, I do have a little bit of a frogging to do, okay? And I try to put it out of my mind and pretend it's not there. It's working so far, but at some point, I'll have to face the reality and do something about it. Maybe not for another 20 years when I get to that bit of the chart. I have to frog. But until then, I'm going to pretend it's not there and keep moving forward. I'm sure that there's going to be more frogging to do as I move forward with my projects. And, I'm sure there'll be more mishaps and stuff like that happening. So I might as well just, keep moving forward. And maybe at some point I would do maybe a frogging marathon. How's that, everyone? Let's do a frogging marathon. So all of you, okay, all of the hidden projects you've got and all the frogging you've been trying to sort of escape from, maybe we can do a frogging marathon together. And maybe we'll last about 3 hours. Okay, Clara is coming up with some names. Charting Creations. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. Pain-free Crafts is another potential. So pain-free craft, maybe it's worth looking into. But not all their charts are charted by them, right? Because they do other people's charts as well. But Charting Creations, I will look into. Let me just start picking my color here. All right, I might move up here and start build up the stitches there. There's a whole blob here waiting for me. Very exciting. Well, look at that. That's like a park, size of High Park, right here, with all the stitches. And there's one over here as well. Maybe I'll move up here as well. Oh dear. Yes, this is nice. All right then. So this one is 402. 402. Janine says, pain-free craft. I'm going to get a few more from them today. All right. Okay. I'll definitely look up pain-free craft. I have not looked at their website since six portals. And that's a while back. So I think it's worth a little look. 402. 402. Do you not think they have Christmas ones? Or you just don't want Christmas charts from them? I'm just interested in trying out because 6 portals clearly is very well charted. So it probably just shows the quality of the charting. So I might look into them. I hope it's not £70, but there you go. Who knows? The Christmas version of 6 portals. Janine says, I'm definitely getting blooming whiskers. And I think I'm going to get a dragon race. Is blooming whiskers from Gecko Rouge? Is that the one from Gecko Rouge or not? Or is it a different one? And Dragon Race, I think I know that one. It's kind of fantasy themed and a lot of dragons, clearly, as it says on the tin. Susan says, how's Mr. Yogi? Yes, he lived. He survived an ordeal. Oh, poor thing. Yes, he's fine. He's getting better, much better. He was actually a much better the following day. I think he was just very down for one day. Like totally run down for one day. So thank you for asking, Susan. Amanda says, for a long time, I kept a mini fridge in our bedroom. I gave it to someone with our fridge, and we have not replaced it. It's kind of one of those fantasy items, isn't it? When you can just lounge around the bedroom and get drinks from a fridge. That's kind of a fantasy item. It's a little bit like, those lazy boy chairs that's got like a fridge compartments. just lie back down, take a nap, and just reach down to the fridge and just grab the drinks. It's ultimate. Yes. San says, Pain-Free Craft is the best designer of them all. I love her work so much. Oh, her. It's like, are they all charted by the same person? Like from Heaven and Earth? Yes, I was quite stunned by the quality of them, all the, I don't know, from the 6 portals, all the webs I've seen, it's beautifully charted actually, so much details, but also very confetti, I bet. So I'll definitely look into Pain-Free Craft. Lynn says, Yogi, any news on Lily? No, Lily's still on his little journey, little adventure there. Hopefully he's doing he's having a great time and not getting himself in trouble, because he does get into fights. So I hope, and also the weather is kind of, cooling down a little bit. I hope he's going to find his way back. He's a very strong cat, so I'm not too worried about him. He's just a free spirit, He's not a house cat, and he will do whatever he does. So I have to be mentally prepared, Alison says, I think I'll start the free Christmas sampler I got from Our Forest Embroidery. The Alice piece is so pretty, so think the Christmas one will be too. Oh, a sampler. Is it full coverage? So it's not full coverage, or is it's just the name of the chart? It doesn't have to be full coverage at all. If you enjoy sampler, I will be stitching 101 alphabets sometime in July, I think, and it's not a full coverage, so it's going to be part of the channel. There might be projects that's not full coverage necessarily. But it has to be epic, We don't do small. I think I'm stitching the wrong stitches. See what's happening here? Oh, my brain. So I did, I did all the work of circling out the stitches I want, but in the process, I boxed in these 3 stars and I started to mistaken them as the ones I'm stitching. Oh dear. Okay, let's see how we can fix this. These colors are very similar to each other. In fact, I can see I'm starting to mark the star symbol. In fact, I'm stitching this one. Oh dear. And imagine if I didn't mark Susan. Have mercy on Yogi, okay? Even with marking, I'm like very confused. So let's have a look. Let's examine the situation. So those two, let's have a look. So those 3, they are correct. So I've done this one. I have not done this one, okay? I don't know how to fix it. And I moved down 1 row. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm on this row and I'm up to this point. That's fine. That's correct. But I stitched this one incorrectly. So I need to remove this one. Oh, maybe I haven't. Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. Let me just stick around this area. So this one is fine. I can move my way back. Still correct. San says, I'm from Belgium, so my time zone is close to yours. Yes, that's great. So no problem with the, if you're, free that day, you can pretty much follow me from the beginning to the end, because I normally start from about 2 p.m., 1 or 2 p.m. UK time. So you're probably 1 hour ahead of me. So it's about 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 o'clock your time in Belgium. And I stitch until UK midnight, 10 hours. So it's about 1 o'clock. If you want to finish the entire marathon, it will be 1 o'clock a.m. your time. It's doable. We're athletes. Renee says, I've just started a Christmas project called Silent Night on 14 counts. It's artsy. Sounds lovely. Can't go wrong with Silent Night. Marlene says, pain-free craft is the best, but there's also artsy and charting creations. So charting creations, I'm actually not familiar with. I'll definitely have a look. Have they been around for a long time? I'm just wondering why I have not heard of them. Because artsy, I do have a chart for them. It's nice to have choices, isn't it? That one I've done. And then moving downwards. All right. Solar says a good frogging project would be to drag out the UFO and free up the fabric for reuse. No, yes. Oh, the actual UFO, drag out the UFO and free up the project for reuse. What UFO? Oh, do you mean like giving up? Restart. Well, that's not a solution. That's escapism. Solar. That's one way of doing it. Marlene says normal charts are 10 to 12 pounds. Okay, that's fair. Because I was just so shocked by 6 photos. I have not gone back to them. But I think because the chart was so big, I will definitely give them a look. Janine says Pain-Free Craft has Christmas charts and some nice ones. I hope so. I like to have a really nice chart to work with. I'm gonna just do up to this point so I don't get confused. Oh, so Blooming Whiskers, they're from Pain-Free Craft. Oh, so it's not the one I was thinking about, because I remember someone pointed it out. There was a kind of a cat themed chart from Gecko Rouge as well. So it's a different one. I'll definitely have a look. Chelsea says, really want a wizard library patterns. I think it's artsy. Yes, because Pain-Free Craft, they sell a lot of charts from Artisy as well. Do they do charts by other companies other than Artisy, or is it just those two? Lola says, lazy boy with a fridge. Yes, I bet they do. I've seen them. Yes, you just lie down and there's a leg bit that you can rest your legs, and then you just reach down and grab a beer from the fridge. That's a dream thing, item for the house. You don't have to go anywhere, and you can have a remote control if you people still use remote control nowadays. You can literally just, strapped on the lazy boy. Never have to go anywhere. So the lady from Pain-Free Craft is called Sarah. Do we have two Sarahs today? Stitching Mummy is called Sarah as well. Susan says, I bought paper charts from Pain-Free Craft at around 14 to 17. John O'Brien chart and the black Halloween kitty. But I thought the John O'Brien charts from Pain-Free Craft, they're actually charted by Artisy. No? Do they have their own version as well? Amanda says, I really enjoy Artisy patterns. You know what? It's weird because when I was stitching the Christmas house, maybe the artwork itself is kind of slightly, you can tell the artwork is not created just yesterday. It's been around for a while. It's got that feel. It's slightly kind of old-fashioned, I don't know if I can bring up my Christmas house. It's a kind of different style of artwork, and also the chart as well. It just feels like it's a little bit like Time Machine. Let me see if I can bring up my Christmas project. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Where's my Christmas house? Oh, there you go. Right. So let me hide this one. This one. You know what I mean? There's something about the art style itself. It's kind of, you kind of sense it's from another time, and it's quite whimsical to stitch. And also the charting itself, maybe because of the artwork itself, I just feel like I get transported back to a certain era. I don't know, 1982 perhaps. And yes, and the whole Artisy sort of charts that I browse, they all have that feel. Kind of, they're not modern artwork, and it's quite nice in a very nice kind of way. So I like that. So this is my Christmas piece. I stitch on 32 counts with mixed feelings. I still don't know what to do just yet. I will figure out. Susan says, I'm going to start a Christmas piece of a red truck. Love red trucks for some reason. Susan, do you like a red lazy boy with a fridge? I think I do. San says, cross stitch studio will soon be transitioned completely to pain-free craft. Oh, is this the company that kind of went under and got purchased by pain-free craft? Okay. I vaguely remember someone mentioned that. For health reasons, so it's not because the business is not good. Let me do full crosses to the right side because I'm taking my thread over to the right. Clara. Clara is struggling with the reality that she does not have the members emoji. Okay, Clara, I understand. I understand. It must be extremely challenging not to be able to express yourself freely with all the beautiful emojis that we have. But once you gain them back, okay, or maybe you buy an Android phone, you're going to enjoy it so much. Poor Clara. Yes. Amanda says, I always have a Christmas project going. Oh, I bet you probably accumulated quite a lot of different projects. Because each year, even if you have previous projects, you just want to start a new one, you know, to add on top of it. Because it's fun. Oh, solar. Yes. Frog the floss from your UFO. But I don't really have a project that I just have given up. I don't actually. I have projects that I have not stitched for a while, but I have not given up on them. I'm just contemplating on what to do with them. Just throw them in the fire pits. That's one option. I'm just waiting, Solar. I'm waiting for the technology to catch up. And, you know, we're going to have a beautiful frogging machine that we can just literally just run, just place it over the stitches we want to stitch, and the stitches just dissolve from underneath, you know, beautifully. And the fabric will be totally intact, and we just dust it off, and, you know, it's all good as new. That's what I'm waiting for, Solar. Can you invent something? Ginny says you can buy the panels of 6 portals separately, which might be, I know some people did that. To be honest, I would have done that if I really loved the chart. I didn't love it enough. You know, it's a lot more fun watching other people stitching that piece. Personally, I did not fall in love with it. So I think that's why. Otherwise, I'd probably try everything I could to get at least, you know, a panel or two. I just didn't love it that much. All right, moving to the right side and up. Renee says, I have a bunch of kits from Dimensions. They're also Christmas kits. I have some other ornaments kits too. Yes, that's quite fun too. And last year, I was thinking about getting one of those beaded ones, you know, little ornaments you can do with beads from, it's Mill Hill. And I just didn't get around to do it. It was just a lot going on with different projects. So I decided to go for a full coverage instead. I'll see how it goes this year. Susan. This is like, you know, Susan. I'm gonna have to ground you, lock you in a small room, okay? And Susan says, candy shop quoting room. Oh, there's no escape, is there? Yes, I know, I know. They're not UFO'd, okay? They're just being kind of parked there quietly until I'm ready for the next departure, okay? I'm resting those projects for now. And so next time when we come back to them, it's going to be glorious, Susan, right? Because I will be ready. Renee says, Artisy's charts were very different in the past, and they still sell those charts, and their charting has improved greatly, and they have more sophisticated charts as well these days. But there's something about Christmas House too. You can kind of tell. It was charted, well, I don't want to use the word as not sophisticated. I'm saying in a very positive way. There's something kind of slightly vintage about the way it's charted. I don't know where I sense that. It's just by, you know, how the colors are distributed and the result that you get. There's something very kind of, you know, I would use the word vintage. It's kind of being charted at a different time. It's a little bit like Dimensions as well. Dimensions, you've got kind of feel of, you know, this is how things used to be done. Whereas nowadays, yes, I think Heaven and Earth, they can chart a piece of work that looks very similar to original artwork, right? Because, you know, the technology and everything, the skills of the chart creators. But there's something I love about Artisy. It feels like the color scheme as well. It's just slightly flatter. I don't know. I can't describe it. I like it, actually. I like it for that. I don't want everything to look like Heaven and Earth charts. I like the differences. I don't know. Amanda says, does anyone remember, is it Nougat hide armchairs? Does it involve a fridge? Oh, Amanda, I think I agree with you. Amanda's describing it really well. Yes, I think that's it. Amanda says, I love their old chart. We're talking about Artisy here. Amanda says, I love their old charting because they did lavishly create photorealistic charts of the artist design. I think I was trying to find words to describe it, and Amanda is saying it really well. There's something about, you know, because obviously, as I said, Heaven and Earth, they're able to translate the artwork quite faithfully based on the original artwork. So it's photorealistic, it's accuracy, and it's vibrant, right? But there's something about Artisy chart, even though I have limited experience with them, but just looking at a lot of the mock-ups, there's something about it. There's very kind of modest and yes, I think just like Amanda described, it's not overly photorealistic, and so it kind of preserves a little bit of I don't know. There's certain quality about it. It just feels like it's something from the past in a good way. In a good way. Sound Stitching says, how many more days of paper charts are you doing? So we're on, or I'm on day 7, and I'm gonna do 10 days. It's 3 more days. 3 more days. No cheating. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm not looking for any excuses. I know. 10 days, you know, 10 days is 10 days. This is my promise to you. This is my commitment. Okay. And I'm feeling a lot more relaxed already, because I know this is what all it is. I'm stitching with paper. That's it. No big deal. No big deal. Janine says, people will probably disagree with me a lot. Yeah, I disagree with you, Janine. I don't know what you're about to say, but I will just disagree with you anyway, Janine. All right. Continues. She says, I don't like artisy because they are simplistic looking. The charting is terrible in my eyes. But that's why I love about them. I think you use a very nice word, which is simplistic. I like it. I like that little touch of slightly naive, you know, not photogenic, not photorealistic. So what you do not like is what I love. And we can be both right, right? Amanda says, and photorealistic charts can be lovely too. I really appreciate that some companies have taken different paths from that. I think it moves with technology, right? I think it's only natural. They want to reflect the actual artwork. So these artists, they create, you know, beautiful artwork. They want to present them realistically. That I understand. Whereas if you look at Maggie or Max from Dimensions, back in those days, 1982, okay, or 1950s, I don't know, when the charts were created, they didn't have the technology. So having realistic sort of interpretation of the artwork, if you look at the actual artwork, it's got a lot more details. But when you look at Maggie and Max, are you saying those charts are inferior comparing to the artwork? No, it's an interpretation. So, you know, because of the restriction of the technology, I think they had to find a creative way to represent the artwork. So it's an interpretation, not direct translation. Like nowadays you could do, you know, some paintings from heaven and earth, they literally look like paintings, like original paintings. So that's one way, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe, you know, for stitches, you want to reproduce a piece of artwork realistically. Nothing wrong at all. But there's something about, you know, when things are slightly off, that kind of captures the time of certain period. And I can sense it with Artisy's chart, with Christmas house as well. I don't know what because I think we had a look at the Christmas house, the original artwork as well. The style doesn't change, you know, obviously it's artist style, but it's got more details, obviously, because, you know, when it's charted, sometimes things get a little bit, you know, distorted or maybe lost. That could happen. But I like it about it. You know, I like a little bit of imperfection. Not like badly charted, that's different. you know, things just look lazy and off. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, it's just representation of charting of certain time and era. So, you know, charts like Maggie and Max, they had to find different ways to represent the piece, and you have to be so skillful to do that, and they did it. I think that's why those charts are so timeless. You know, when I got the chart, I had no idea the chart was created like 20 years ago or something. It's just a beautiful chart. I've done, what have I done? Oh dear, have I got really keen and stitch some stitches I shouldn't be stitching anyway? Let's have a look. What is happening here? 2, yes, I have. I stitched these 2 by accident. I'm going to just leave it, seriously. It's going to keep happening. And this one I have not stitched yet. Oh dear. I'm freestyling now, guys. Monique says 3 more days left of stitching like 80s, I'm afraid. Yes, exactly. Monique, it's day 7, okay? And I'm in no hurry, you know. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm enjoying it. I'm just stitching like normal. I'm not trying to pick projects to accommodate the paper charts. I just look at my webs as usual. I pick one and I print out the chart. That's it. All right, next one. So there is some little bit of a, you know, inaccuracy going on there, but I think we can fix it. And I'm going to keep moving. No, I'm going to do a different one, a different symbol this time. I'm going to do this little diamond shape. It's 2, 3. There are not that many stitches of this one. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. The next one is down here, which I'm not going to do. Or should I? Because there isn't any more. Oh, there's another one up here. Okay, then. I'm going to do that one, actually, because it's just there. And that's it. Diamond. Let's find you. 150. Hello, Dolly. Hi, babe. How are you doing? 150. I think she's asking for more prawns. She's already had a few today. Hello, baby. We're going to have more prawns later, okay? So 150. 150. It's a lovely red. Hello, babe. And Renee says, I only work on my paper chart project after getting my daily 500 stitches on my Sad Girl project. You're moving so fast with that project. I'm stunned every time I look at your web. I don't know how you do it. I don't think you were that far off from finishing it. I don't think it would take you that long. Ginny says, so what is the red blob on the roof of your Christmas house? It's not a red blob. Janine, that's because you haven't got imaginations, okay? So what we talked about this when I was stitching this piece, okay? So let me show you what Janine's talking about. If you look on the roof, where just slightly below the reindeers and the the Santa Claus. Okay, there's a there's a red blob. Oh yeah, well, I think you can tell it's a bird-like shape. And when I was stitching this piece, we were discussing what is it, and some of them came up with very creative answers. And I'm pretty sure someone suggested that was a shovel on the roof for the snow. And it turned out someone, our very resourceful chat, okay? We always do our investigations. And someone found the original artwork. And that turned out to be a red bird. It's a bird, but the depth, the distance between the bird and the roof, it's kind of lost, if you know what I mean. So it looks like the red bird or the red blob is actually sitting on top of the roof. So that could happen. I don't know. Even with the original artwork, did it look like the bird was, away from the building? So this is what we're talking about. It could happen. Okay, it could happen. If this chart was charted really realistically, I presume the bird will probably, look like a bird flying across the roof, over the roof. It does happen. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. I think it's just, it doesn't bother me. So what am I doing? I'm doing this one. Oh, I've got more pass threads. Okay. So I'm going to do this one. Amanda says, I like artistry and art stitching best. Art of stitching best. Art of stitching. Oh, is it a company? Art of stitching will probably bother you for the same reason as artistry. So it's a different company. Janine says, Stitch is so beautiful, has a very nice charts too. Yes, I agree. And there, you can tell the way they chart their artwork is more, it feels more modern. You can tell that there's certain precision into those stitches. They reflect maybe quite closely of the original artwork. You can tell that. One stitch and another one here. One, two, and then there's another one. Busy Mom says, I guess now I have to type Dolly. Oh, my poor members. Yes, I know. When we have good things going on, we take it for granted sometimes. And now when you don't have it, you really miss it. Now we can't even say Dolly. And also, just think about how effective emojis are. Like Busy Mom, she's normally reports from work club. She doesn't have to come forward and go, hey, I'm at work today, whatever. She just have to put in the work club emoji. We know exactly what it is. It's very powerful, isn't it? Powerful emoji. Instantly. But hopefully Apple is going to have mercy on everybody and fix the emoji. They'll probably come out with some sort of update. Janine says looks like a blast spot. Maybe that's where the bird, crashed. Yes, Jojo, exactly. You tell Janine, okay? Jojo says the cardinal. Exactly, it's a red bird. It's beautiful. I can see it. Not a shovel or a blob of blood spatter. Seriously. Is there any more diamonds? I think that's it. I'm going to end it. But I'm sure, the Santa Claus flying around with reindeer, sometimes they bump into birds. Aeroplanes do that. They bump into birds. And I may end up with a little bit of accident. Who knows? It's quite realistic. Diamonds 150. Going back. Clara says, the chimney came out clearer than the main character, Santa. Guys, you just need some imagination, All right, so I've got some part threads here. I can clear them. So this one is switch color. I'm going to do a purple. Okay, paper. So I've got a part thread. I've got two. Oh dear. Let me just mark all the part threads here. I've got this one is part threads. And the one next to it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one. Oh no, it's not this one. It's this one and this one. And then there's this one. It's getting really messy. It's okay. I can read it. I can read it. I'll decipher this chart for you. I'm going to have this one first. Janine says, so now you're saying there's a dead, squashed cardinal on the roof of your happy Christmas piece. Hey, accidents happen, I think the Santa Claus is being really careful. But, Santa Claus, the Father Christmas, he's getting on a little bit, okay? And he's working really hard, particularly in the Christmas season. So you have to give him a little bit of leeway. Sometimes you run into birds, okay? Monique says he took. It looked like they edited the bird out of a Christmas scene picture and turned into a shovel. But I like that, I don't mind it. It's a really, kind of slightly childlike kind of star anyway. So I'm not looking for a realistic representation of everything. But that's for me, So this one, I've got one over here. Hang on. Let me pre-select which color. I run out of colors. Green. Let's do green. This one I'm doing. And next ones will be here. Hey, baby. Dolly's looking very desperate. You can't be that desperate. You just had some food before the stream. I think she's after some more prawns. We will have some prawn later. Renee says, I have less than 20,000 stitches left on the Sad Girl, and that's about 40 days of working, doing 500 stitches daily. Is that the number that you're doing? 40 days is nothing. 40 days is like, you're going to finish it before our Christmas marathon, I think. Oh dear, that's very exciting. 500 a day though, but that's okay, Clara. I'm doing 3,000 today, so let me show you how it's done. Okay, if you want to do 3,000 stitches, follow me. Okay, that one's done. You know, 500 is like a side dish. 2, 1, 2. Sound Stitching says, realistically, the bird wouldn't be there in winter like that, really? So cardinal, they're not winter birds? Janine says, Yogi, you're going to have to backstitch the red blob. I think you will change your mind when you think as a black spot. Well, I think it would be a very realistic representation of what happens when Christmas, you know, Father Christmas is really busy and the Christmas season, rushing around. That happens, you know. And compassion. I have compassion for the little bird. It's okay. Yeah, things happen. Okay, what else? Let's have a look. Oh, this one is like all over the place. Let me see if I can find them. Maybe I will end it here because I think, hang on. So there's one over there. Another one over there. Oh dear, two down here. I can probably manage that. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Count with me. And there are 4 stitches to the right. Okay, so there's another stitch here. It's not easy, you know, all that counting. Susan says Yogi could edit the red bird out by doing snow instead. I agree, the red bird sucks. Why there's so much hate with this beautiful red bird? Have a look at this. Come on. It's just an innocent little bird flying across. And I think all is lacking is probably the depth, you know. They need to show there's a distance between the bird and the roof. That's it. It does look like a bird. It's not like it looking like a shovel or anything. It's fine. And the rest of the chart, I love it. You know, it's very nice. Oh, the poor pain-free, not pain-free craft, poor artisy. You know, they have to put up with these stitches. They do not understand art, okay? This is art. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That one and that one. And two more down here, and I'll end it. I think that's it. Oh, there's one more here. Oh, no, I'm going to stop. Just wandering too far. Renee says, I've got faster stitching, but I also choose projects that aren't usually very large comparing to most of you have. But still, it's a good size, isn't it? With a lot of stitches. Laura's showing off the dolly emoji. Oh, Clara is going to be sobbing in a bed, missing Dolly. Betty says the red bird is in flight, coming in for a landing. I don't know whether the bird is landing, but it's definitely flying across away from the roof. And because it's lacking a little bit of sort of depth perspective, so it looks like the bird is actually on the roof. Well, there you go. Jojo says cardinals are winter birds. Okay. Ginny says no cardinals in winter. Who is right here? Do we have a nature expert? Is David Edinburgh in the chat? Please come forward. We need clarification. Oh, there you go. Amanda says northern cardinals live in my state in winter. Well, there you go. Maybe they're different versions. Maybe they're winter versions and non-winter versions. Two stitches there. And I'm going to end it because otherwise I'm gonna get very lost. I'm very lost. Here we go. I mean, I suppose you can just keep traveling if you can keep track of the stitches. This whole campaign against this red bird. Oh, this poor bird. Hi, Grace. Grace says, hi, Yogi and Stitches. Sorry for being extremely late, Grace. Yes, be here on time for class, okay? And Grace says, my 15-year-old granddaughter is visiting for Texas and keeping me very, very busy. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And you have to do your homework, okay? We have replays here. And do not watch the episode from yesterday, Grace. And watch today's. Here we go. Let me look at my chart here. Okay, the chart today is looking very exciting. Look at that. The distance I've been traveling. Let's have a look. Where do I go next? I do have a couple of part threads that I want to clear up. So I can do this one. Let me change color. Go for a little purple. That one. Do I have other stitches? Another one. Very far away, actually. I'm not sure if I want to take the stitches from there to there. I might I have to do one stitch, finish it. Oh no, that's a different, oh no, no, no. For a moment, I was looking at different one. I get this one and that one mixed up. That's it, really? For the, oh no, there are a few down here. I could potentially do one stitch here, do a yogi move, bring it over here, and then I can keep going. Yes, I do have yogi move, okay? I have not performed yogi moves for a long time. Maybe it's time. Tonight is the night for a demonstration of yogi move, okay? Yes, so I've got one stitch here and then 4 down here. All right, that's the situation. Susan says, have you decided whether you're going to change the fabric count on house 2? Well, by changing fabric count, Susan, you're essentially talking about restarting it, isn't it, Susan? It means abandoning what I've got and restart the project. Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Monique says it's 1 over the highlight confetti piles. What are we talking about? Are we talking about this chart or something else? Okay. Now, I'm going to do this one first. First of all. And then do a yogi move, okay? And watch how it's done. Done, done, done. Okay. So normally, because the next stitch is over here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next stitch is over here. So I just finish a stitch like there. In order to get here, I have to take my thread over. There's a whole bunch of stitches here. 3 for me is probably a little bit too many for my comfort. So it's going to create a floating thread over the stitch area. So normally what I do is I move the thread from this stitch, okay, away, wherever it is, to an unstitch area and do a pin. All right, particularly our new joiners. And this is how it's performed, okay? So whenever I say yogi move, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So I basically do a pin, just take the thread away from this area, and then take it back down here. So, you know, it doesn't matter if there's a little bit longer floating thread there, but it means that everything's going to be stitched down. All right, this is the kind of effort I do every day. This is what pros do, okay? And, or sometimes I'll literally just end the thread and then restart in the second location if it's really far away. Okay, this is how professional stitchers do. Now you know. Now you know. 1 stitch here, and there's 3 more at the bottom. I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, Monique is talking about a missing stitch. Oh dear, I don't even know where it is. I will find out. I will figure out at some point, okay? And walk away. Renee says, someone posted a photo of their Christmas house too. In an artisty group, the bird looks a bit better, 1 stitch, but I think it's still a bit unclear. Poor birdie. A little bit better. Yes, it is poor bird. You know, it's getting so much hate from the chat. Monique is still trying. I don't know where it is. It's all very confusing. Particularly normally if we have just started the session, right, and I'll probably go, okay, let me go find it, and normally by the end, things kind of deteriorated a little bit. I just go, wherever it is, I can't find it. I'm sure I'll fix it at some point. A box over it has. So you're talking about these ones? I think that boat has sailed. I'll just have to fudge it as I go. Grace says, I'm just noticing there's no yogi emojis. Let me guess, Grace, are you using an iPhone or iPad? We solved that mystery because, earlier on in our members stream, and it turned out, I think, there's some sort of glitch or bug that on the Apple products, not the desktop, because I'm on the Mac, it's okay. But if you're on iPhone or iPad, currently there's no emoji when you look at the chat window. I know, it's devastating. I know. How dare they? We need those emojis. How do we express Dolly and Work Club without them? Seriously. And no calamari. Seriously, it's such a critical sign we need to flash. When there's some offending stitches, they're trying to stitch calamari, I ask you. A yogi move, exactly, Sola. There you go. Lona says, I've been helping Mum. What have I missed, Lona? A lot of stitches, about 3,000 of them, Lona. I'm stitching at lining speed today. And I'm going to clear this one as well, mine as well. Whoops. And have a look. So now switching color. I've run out of colors. They were starting to look the same. There's one more part thread here that I can do. I want to clear it. So this is like a little, I don't know what symbol that is. There are a few over here. It's a little bit random places, but there's a whole bunch here. Okay, I can do this. I'll just take the thread downwards. Oh, my local, I don't know what this is. Is it mosquito? We don't really have mosquitoes. There's some really weird looking bugs in the summer in particular. Hi, please. Would you please excuse me? Yes, so I was here. And there are quite a few over here, actually. They're all over the place. I don't know, because normally you can follow the trail and then design a path for it. But there's a whole bunch at the bottom as well. Okay, I'm going to just do these ones within this box. There are more over to the right. Okay. Lona says, you can join the alien club. I know. I've been hiding this from you, Lona. I've been an alien, okay? I've been doing like thousands of stitches a day, particularly when I'm stitching with papers. I don't know. I'm just flying when I'm stitching with papers. And yes, I will have to join the alien club because, If you're stitching more than 1,000 a day, you're automatically being, submitted into Alien Club. No joining is required. Sola says, are there cross-stitch charts? They have squid in them. Yeah. Have you not seen them? Yes. There's this whole genre of squid stitching, calamari stitching, or octopus stitching. It's a thing. Renee says, new name for the channel, stitching like the wind yogi. Oh, lining yogi, more like, I'm just stitching so fast at the moment. You can't even see them. Because it's just a blurb. All right, that one I've done. The one on top. Clara, false promises. Clara says, Yogi is going to fight for us, getting in touch with YouTube leaders to fix it. Yes, I will be personally contacting YouTube CEO and also, what's that guy's name? Apple? Tim? In the first name basis, me and Tim. And I'm going to give him a little buzz, okay? Through our personal phone lines, of course. And I'm going to mention that my members are devastated by the fact that they cannot see their emojis. How are they going to communicate with the world without our members' emojis? Seriously. Get on with it. Fix it. Yes, that's my promise to you. And you will be fixed. Yes, Grace, I know. We will feel naked without those emojis, right? I know. You probably have to be naked for a little bit more. Until me and Tim, we get it sorted, okay? And particularly sincere apologies for our new members. They join the club thinking that they're going to have access to those beautiful emojis. And when they join, they hit the button, and lo and behold, it's a blank screen. I know the disappointment. I've let you down, me and Tim. We are going to fix it, okay? And then there's another one to the right. I think if I just mark one stitch at a time, I can just about do it. And there's one more stitch above. All right. Very nice. Oh, Lona, yes, you've been putting up with so much natural disasters and everything. Let's hope it's not going to get any worse. Oh, dear. Lona Lona says we need a rain, but not 6 inch in one day. That sounds quite a lot, 6 inch. It's like a shower. Oh, Lona. Lona says, I think I found a mobile x-ray service to come in, an x-ray mom, to find out she broke over a week ago. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, if they can just come in, if mom doesn't want to go to hospital and for whatever reason, they can come in and do an x-ray. That's excellent. Yes, that's wonderful. And I hope, is it going to be just fine? Maybe it was just, a fall, but nothing's broken. That's great news. Well done, Lona. I think mom would be a lot happier. And let's have a look. Right, I've cleared all the part threads around this area. So I am going to, let me have a look. Over here. Okay, star sign, that's it. That looks like a sensible one to pick. So it starts from here. Oh, it's a green again. I need to find a different color. Okay, blue. Green, blue over here. And that's a whole area of star symbol. Okay. Like this much. Let's start here. Lola, oh, do you think something's broken? How do you know? I hope that's not the case, because if nothing's broken, it's a matter of, healing through that period. But if it's something broken, I'm sure they can fix it. If they need to put something there to correct it, but at least something's being done, Oh, poor mum. Okay. So star sign, star symbol. Found it. 3328. 3328. Three, 328. And Lona, you've been doing really, really well. It must be so stressful having to put up with a lot of, flooding, whatever it is, and then look after mom as well. So please give yourself some time to relax. And I'm so happy that you come forward and chat with us as well. Oh dear, Lona. So mom is, yes, but now we're going to find out, right? So hopefully they can fix it. Okay, so I am going to start from here. Okay, this stitch is actually done, but I did not mark it. I think it was mistakenly stitched by a different color. It's okay, I'll fudge it. It's fudging time, okay? It's a lot of stitches. Yes, it's always great to have you, Lona. You know, even if you don't have time to stitch, just come forward and just say hello. So we know that you're doing well and Mom is doing well. And Cindy says Barbara Streisand called Tim Cook. What's his name exactly? I can't remember. Is it Tim? It's Tim Cook, isn't it? Because Siri was mispronouncing her last name. Oh, she called him. Okay, as in phone call. So Barbara Streisand called Tim Cook because Siri was mispronouncing her last name. Tim fixed it. Oh dear. Wow. I'm sure she will fix the issues for you, Yogi. Exactly. Me and Tim, we're like buddies, you know? We're besties. And all I have to do is say, hey Tim, can you just, make sure that it's fixed by tomorrow, okay? No pressure. Just but if you can fix it by tomorrow, that would be very nice. And Tim is gonna go, no props. No problem. It's for you, Yogi. I'll do it. Even if I don't, sleep overnight, my team will stay awake and fix the emoji. All right. There you go. It's probably more urgent than pronouncing Barbara Streisand's name incorrectly, you know? Lona. Oh, so Lona's mum's 85. Well done. Oh, dear. Yes, surgery is not, it's always very risky. Surgery is always risky, whatever age anyway. So I think, if you're in your 80s, yes, the risk is definitely much higher. And let's hope they can just correct it through, therapy and whatever it is. They don't need to perform surgeries. Okay. Over there. And I think this color is probably going to be my last one. It's got a few more stitches to go. Hello, Passion for Stamping. Good morning. Or good evening. Whichever. Yes, Passion for Stamping. Hope you're well. Okay, so those three. And then I've got three more. Oh, I've got a few more actually. I would like to stitch until maybe when I run out of the thread. 2. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't match. Is this stitch in the wrong place? 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. That's correct. So this stitch is not correct. That's why it did not match. All right then. 1, 2. I'm gonna fudge all the way. Yes, I think surgeries can be really quite risky the older you get. Passion says, Yogi, what count of the fabric you're stitching this project on? So I'm doing a 14 count on this one. So it's a stitching kit that I've got. And it's really, really nice. I'm stitching on 14 count Ada. 1, 2. Three. And there's 3 more. 3 more after this. And then these 3, they're going to be my last stitches today, I think. I'm going to finish the stitch, this session with stars. It's wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Passion Stamping says, I bought the PDF of this one, and on 14 count, it would be huge. Oh, I think it's probably a different chart, right? So this one, it came as a kit, kitted by Max Stitch Design. So it's a kit I got from Amazon. But I think there are different versions out there. They're patterns only versions. They are charted with a lot more details. I've seen a couple versions before. So yes, depends on which version you're doing. It could be quite big. This one is not small. I'm trying to remember what stitch count. I think it's about 400 by 250 or something like that. Maybe 400 by 200 with these ones. All right then, this is my last stitch here. Passion says, is it a dimension kit? No, this one is by, as I said, Max Stitch Design. It's a company. They've got a website as well. You can look them up. And they're quite good. If you buy the kit from them, they don't do pattern only, okay? They do kits. But they will give you a PDF version of the chart if you ask them. Lona says, Mom finished her 3rd stamp kit. Oh, Mom is stitching like a trooper. And she started her painting fairy kit last night. It's 104 centimeter by 55. Oh, that's huge. Yes, and Lona's stuff has come in as well. Oh, you didn't have the thread cards. You can get them later. It takes a while for them to ship, so. Right. But that's great. Mom is stitching as well, so it would take her mind away from, some discomfort. I'm sure that there's plenty. But, yes. You're welcome, Passion, for stamping. No problem at all. I think, I don't know if their kits are sold over Amazon's from other countries, but they're kind of, been around for quite a long time on UK Amazon. I've seen their kits throughout the years. And yes, guys, have a little look. So today, this has been my focus area around here on the wall here. So there are a couple of pictures here from a previous page, and today mainly focus on the plain war. Okay, there's a little bit of a shape happening there. I don't know what that is, but mostly stitching the war, orange war. And I'm having a good time. This is about 3,000 stitches, okay, guys, on the record. And, clearly I'm really fast when I'm stitching with papers, guys. And you are the witnesses, okay? You have seen my work, and it's tremendous. So today is Saturday. I hope you enjoy your projects, whatever you've been working on, and definitely take care of yourself, okay? And sometimes injuries or illnesses happen. We're here to support, emotional support here. Feel free to share and just chat about it. And anything shared is anything halved, and for sure. So it's about 12 past midnight, and I'll definitely have a word with Tim. Okay, we're gonna get the emojis fixed, okay, because the members are suffering from the withdrawal syndrome for sure. And so tomorrow is Monday, so we don't have streams on Monday, but we will be back on Tuesday, and I will continue my journey with the paper chart. I know. I'm determined to do 10 days, okay? This is my journey. You're with me, and we will finish together. Mostly me. It's Sunday. Yes. Grace, this is Sunday. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say Monday? Yes. So take care of yourself, and I will see you on Tuesday, okay? And we'll be back for another round of stitching. And until then, take good care of yourself, and we'll meet on Facebook as well. And from the sleepy London town, 99. And for those of you who have the emojis, show off, okay? Show off, and go for it. And I will see you on Tuesday. Nighty night, everyone. Bye bye.